State Cougars and the Santa Clara Broncos. I am Dylan KIVIAT, bringing you all the action live on KVGR. I will be the play-by-play host and the color commentary host. It is a pivotal match as the Cougars look to bounce back from what has been a tough stretch, having dropped 7 of their last eight games. Meanwhile, the Broncos are coming in hot. Winners of their 4 of their last 5, aiming to strengthen their positions in the West Coast Conference standings. Last time these two teams met, it was all Santa Clara cruised into a dominant 93-65 win. But tonight, the Cougars have a chance to flip the script on their home floor. Can Nate Calmes and other WCQ players lead Wazoo to a much-needed victory? Or will Santa Clara's high-powered offense, led by Johnny O'Neill and Adama Alpha Ball, prove to be too much again? Tip-off is moments away, so stay with us as Washington State and Santa Clara get set to battle out here in Pullman. You're listening to KGR Sports. Some key lines coming to this game. Last time these teams played, like I just mentioned, Santa Clara dominated against WSU, prevailing to a 93-65 victory in the first matchup. WSU was no match defensively. Again, WSU's losers of 7 of their last 8 games. Santa Clara's riding a 4 of their last 5. Offense has been clicking lately for Santa Clara, averaging over 80 points per game. Johnny O'Neill is shooting 40% from 3. Adama Alpha Ball is averaging 14.8 points and 3.8 assists. So, Cougs got to keep an eye out for him. And we will be with you shortly. This game should be getting tipped off any minute by now.
Your Cougars of Washington State University, starting tonight in guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Seattle, number 12, and forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Fresno, number 4, LaRon Watts. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Gilbert, Arizona, number 8, Nate Calmes.
Some keys for victory here for Washington State. They have to be able to maintain possession of the ball and limit turnovers. As Santa Clara is great defensively. They're averaging 8 steals per game, which is good for 3rd in the West Coast Conference. So WSU has to be very careful with turning over the ball and starting the game off sloppy. As we saw that be the kind of their Achilles heel in the loss to Gonzaga, of course, for the first time since 2015. Starting lineups for your Santa Clara Broncos. At guard, number 1, Tyrese Bryan. At guard, shooting guard, Carlos Stewart. He's averaging 12 points. At small forward, they got Elijah Mai. He's averaging 11. At forward, they got Johnny O'Neill. As we mentioned, Johnny O'Neill is a sniper. Got to keep an eye out for him. And then at center, they have Christopher Tilley, averaging 3 points and 5 rebounds. So WSU, got to keep an eye out for him. Of course, WSU's leading scorer, which has been the case for the majority of the season, has been Nate Calmes. 28 games played, 15.4 points per game, 4.1 assists. Isaiah Watts has played 18 games. Of course, he was out for a while, but he is averaging 12 points per game. I'm sure WSU is happy to have him back in the starting lineup, and we are set to get underway here as WSU fans are hitting the infamous jaws that we all know. So some stats for the game. Scoring averages for Santa Clara: 80 points versus Washington State, 77.5. Field goal percentage 46.7 versus 48.6. 3-point percentage 36.5 for Santa Clara and 35.9 for Washington State. Free throw percentage 72.8% versus 7.8. Washington State, not a good free throw shooting team, as we mentioned on this broadcast before. Santa Clara leads the West Coast Conference in the 17th nationally in three-pointers per game. And tip-off is underway here. Nate Calmese wins the tip-off. Calmese swings it off to LaJuan Watts. Price finds it. Price dishes to Eric Strupp. And Eric Strupp, nice take. Easy basket there. As beautiful pass by Ethan Price with the vision in the paint. Santa Clara looks to answer right back. That shot is missed there. Washington State is off to a hot start as Isaiah Watts nails it from three. 5-0 Washington State. Santa Clara gets 2 points back here. As Christopher Tilley with the basket looks to finish the three-point play here. 3-point play is completed there. It is now 4-3 Washington State with 19 minutes and 12 seconds left here. As Nate Calmese Ethan Price, Watts, triple threat, nothing there. Isaiah Watts, reverse wraparound layup, thing of beauty as Isaiah Watts makes that look easy and is now 6-3 Washington State. As Stewart looks to counter. Isaiah Watts gets a hand on that. Mahi to the basket, swings it off to the corner. That is off by, excuse me, that is not off. That bounced in is a basket. It is now 6-6 here with a little bit over 18 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first half. Isaiah Watt. Nate Calmese had a wide open look there. Price on the high key. Price, triple threat, fakes the pass, turns over the ball. Like we mentioned, WSU has to limit the turnovers. Santa Clara is a good team, and they will strike. If WSU is slacking off and turn over the ball, as we mentioned. So O'Neal, the fake hop step, nothing there. Around the horn. Tilly to O'Neal. Wow, tough hit there. As seemed like WSU defense was all over Stewart. Did not matter. Just absolutely sunk it in Nate Calmese's face there. And Washington State finds himself down 9-6 here in this early first half. Eric Strubb, nice pass to LaJuan Watts. As he looked like the alley-oop attempt was good there, but LaJuan Watts was fouled there, so he is getting 2 free throws. As it was a good look there by Dane Eric Strupp, as Dane Eric Strupp found him in that paint, and nice pass there by Dane Eric Strupp. As LaJuan Watts hits the first free throw, as registers his first points of the game. LaJuan Watts hits both free throws. It is now 9-8 Santa Clara. Looks like Mahi is calling for his guys to motion out. Doesn't look like they're on the same page. O'Neal. Mahi finds it again. Mahi spins. Mahi hesitates. Mahi kicks. The 3-pointers, as we mentioned before the broadcast, Santa Clara can light it up from 3 as Tilly hits another 3. And it is now 12-8 Santa Clara. Washington State's finding themselves down early. Dane Erickson for three. Dane Erickson looked the counter, no good. You know, as we mentioned, Washington State, the Achilles heel in this this little rough patch they've had has been turning over the ball and shooting horrendous from three and all kinds of field goal, efficiency. And another three is sunk there. This is ridiculous. Shooting 80% from three as Santa Clara is up to a 15-8 start. Wonder if David Riley calls a timeout here. As Washington State looking very unenergized, which has been very common lately. As another turnover, the careless play continues. Oh, never mind. Ethan Price gets it back. Calmi swings it to Isaiah Watts. Isaiah Watts clank off the backboard. Mahi. Jesus. Wow. Washington State, I would be surprised if they don't call a timeout. Chris Tilley Stewart is hot. 6 early points here, 2 threes. Washington State down by 10. 15:45 to go, first quarter. Ethan Price. Calmies. Watts. Eric Strupp fakes. Looks. Ball is muffed. Another turnover. Just like we mentioned, guys, they're down by 10, turning over the ball left and right. And we're seeing lazy defense. Washington State needs a timeout. 20-8, just getting straight out embarrassed out here. I'm surprised David Price doesn't want to talk. As Nate Calmes and the timeout's there, yeah. And David Riley is not happy. He is heated on the sideline as Santa Clara up by double digits here early in this first period. 15 minutes and 14 seconds to go. I'm your host, Dylan KIVIAT. We will be right back with you.
One lucky fan will have a chance to make a half-court shot to win $10,000, courtesy of Giza Credit Union. One of these T-shirts will have a winning ticket. If you have a winning ticket inside that shirt, please report to the bottom of section 20 for further instructions. Now, make some noise for a T-shirt, huh?
Welcome back to KIVIAT Radio. As Washington State finds himself down 8-20 here early in this first half. Washington State, as we mentioned, turnovers are continuing to be an issue. As if Washington State wants to turn around this game, snap this skid that they've been in, they need to figure out a way to control the ball better and limit the turnovers as just killing them. I don't know how they expect to win if they're sloppy and turning over the ball left and right. But some subs in for Washington State. Parker Garrett's number 10 checks in, and Andy Okafor is in, and Tomas Rasmussen checked in as Parker Garrett's. Let's make an impact early here. Isaiah Watts remains on the floor. Another turnover. Good hands there by Tong. Easy basket by Santa Clara. Santa Clara is making this look easy. In Washington State, this is unbelievable, man. It doesn't even look like they came ready to play. Turnover as Washington State. As Washington State just simply stepped out of bounds before even checking in the ball there. This is embarrassing here, quite honestly. As Washington State, losers of 7, at the last 8, you expect them to be a lot better here. Clearly not. Anyway, let's stay positive. As O'Neal O'Neal. Mahi with the drive, with the finish, with the hook. It's off. They get the rebound, though. And oh, my goodness. As O'Neal looked to end LaJuan Watts' life there as he went to the poster. Good hands-up defense there by Washington State. So LaJuan Watts has it now.
Foul goal number 22,
Andy Okafor is called for the foul here. Man, I don't even know where to start. Washington State, 3 for 6. That's not the issue. I mean, Santa Clara is shooting 73% right now, 8 for 11, 83% from 3, which is outrageous. But another open look. Mahi thinks about it. Mahi fakes. Mahi backs down Garrett's. Stewart, low post. Tongue has it. Nice block there by Okafor as he sends that one back. Washington State gets a stop. Tomas Thrasterson quickly shuffles his way to the front court. And Andy Okafor backs down. Double team is coming. As Babers, kind of looked to be a hero there with the about 35-foot three-pointer, but it's just an air ball there, unfortunately. So. Series history between these two teams. Obviously, Washington State is down 22-8 now, though, but Washington State leads 6-5 in the series, obviously. Their last performance, they got dominated earlier in the year, January 23rd. But in Pullman, they're 1-4. And, last 5, Santa Clara is 4-1, so. Jeez.
3 points, number 1, Brian.
As Brian just straight up just hits it in Parker Garrett's face, sinks it from 3. Washington State is down by 17. Washington State has not scored in the last few minutes. 5 turnovers in the last 4 as Stewart throws down the easy slam. And guys, I hate to say it, but Washington State is just getting embarrassed on their home floor. Don't know what is going on here, as there seems to be something off. Coaching, something. There's something off. Washington State is getting embarrassed on their home floor. 27-8 first half. 12 minutes and 48 seconds left. I'm your host, Dylan KIVIAT, doing play-by-play in color for you guys. I'll be right back. Sure. Welcome back to KIVIAT Radio, as Washington State's coming out of the timeout. Down by 19, a little bit over 12 minutes here. Tomas Thrasterson. Cal Meese aggressively takes it. Good heads-up play there as he swings it off to Ethan Price. Price connects for 3, and Washington State finds himself down by 16 here. Brian. Good defense, good physical defense there by Tomas Thrasterson. As Washington State looks to rally here, there's still plenty of time. Just lazy defense. As we mentioned, O'Neal just, again, hand down, man down. Just terrible execution, quite honest, on defense. As Calmes fast with it, finds it open. Thrasterson, no good. And looks like it's going to remain Santa Clara ball here. We're going into another game break. Washington State down 32-11 here with a little bit over 11 minutes and 50 seconds left. We'll be right back with you.
guys, it's time now for our first contest of the night. It's Shoot for Miles, presented by Alaska Airlines. We have Reagan with us. Reagan will have 30 seconds to shoot for miles. Layup for 1,000, free throw 5,000, three-pointer 10,000, and a half-court shot 50,000. Are you ready, Reagan? Go! Seconds. 3, 2, 1. 6,000 miles, Reagan. You redeem global travel on AlaskaAir.com.
Welcome back to KUGR Radio. As Washington State, very early in this game, still plenty of time, but there's a little bit over 11 minutes left. They are down by 19 and looking to make a late rally to finish this half strong and get back in this game. As Santa Clara picks up right where they left off, as Brian just cans it from three, and the lead jumps to 22 now as Washington State is getting quite embarrassed as Ethan Price. Bank is open on a Saturday. Yes, indeed. Ethan Price hits it. Is 33-14. As this is just shooting practice for Santa Clara as this is ridiculous. O'Neal he's got the hot hand. 3 for 3 from three. Well, a lot of threes, 12 points. Oh, excuse me. He's 4 for 4 now. Yeah, that was his 12 point. He's killing the Cougs. Ethan Price, ill-advised shot, heavily contested, no good. And snapper, crossover, Swifty move. Ensminger, Napper takes it for himself, pulls up, Trano. Napper sinks it from three, and this lead is 25 points. Yes, folks, you heard that here first. 25 points in the first half. Unbelievable. Nate Calmes, Eric Strupp, Thrasserson, Calmes, Price, low post. Calmes, give and go to Price. Price might have gone away with a walk there. Thrasserson, good defensive possession by Santa Clara. Nothing there as Foul is called on the ball there by looks like it's staying Washington State on the side of Washington State, and it remains Santa Clara. It remains Washington State ball. As Nate Calmes checks in from the front court here. Yes, Juan Watts has it. Rice, Watts pumps, fakes, fires up a brick. 39-14. Santa Clara right now. It's Washington State just looking to stay in this game, honestly. Is pump fake by Mahi. Easy pass, foul. No foul, actually. Excuse me. It should have been a foul. But Brian just playing very unselfish basketball here at Santa Clara. Is good defensive possession. We haven't seen much of that here so far from Washington State. It's just another turnover, as we mentioned, guys. The things that are killing the Washington State Cougars are the things that have been killing them the last 7 to 8 games. Ill-advised turnovers, careless with the ball, bad defense, not getting back. There's endless things I don't even mean to, be the critic here. As much as I want to be the honest WSU, fan here, clearly their play has been just flat out horrendous lately as they find themselves down by 25. As look at this, wow! I've never seen Washington State just let Stewart just walk to the basket almost. It's unbelievable. As leading scorers for Santa Clara, Brian has 9 points. Stewart has 8. Stewart has 10. Excuse me. Another brick fired up by Washington State. Brian Tilly. As the shooting barrage has just been the story of the game so far. As guys, don't know if this is this a record? Tell me. Santa Clara is shooting 93% from 3. They missed 1 shot from 3. They are shooting 10-11 from 3. This is as much as Washington State hasn't shown up here. Gotta tip your hat to Santa Clara as they did not skip shooting practice today. Is 10 for 11 from 3 is absurd. Jeez. Mahi, 2 points, 1 for 4. Mahi, Euro, step to the basket. Miscommunication by Washington State. And it looks like there might have been a travel call there. It looks like Mahi might have traveled around the world with that Euro step as, got called for a travel there. Nate Calmes. As Washington State just quite honestly has had nothing to show today. Andy Okafor sets the screen. Top of the key. Nate Calmes, good look for 3. Calmes sinks it for 3. Calmes cuts the lead to 24 now as they find themselves down 41-17. Wow, Andy Okafor showing some energy. Blocked off. Does not matter though. Santa Clara gets it back. Brian just continues the shooting barrage. 11 for 12. My math is correct there. It's 94% for 3. Looks like things are getting a little chippy here. As Santa Clara coach was barking at the ref. Excuse me, assistant coach gets issued the tech. We're going to go to game break. We will be right back with you with KIVIAT Radio. I am your host, Dylan KIVIAT. I'll be right back with you.
Cougar fans, you can create the custom merchandise of your dreams with one logo style. Shop for original graphic design on latest trending gear. Let's go. Visit CustomSales.com for free design quotes. Now, get on your feet. Make some noise. Time to College Hill T-shirt time.
Welcome back to KVGR Radio. As this has been a one-sided performance so far, as Santa Clara is dominating so far, as Washington State finds himself down 17-44 here with a little bit over 7 minutes and 40 seconds. The story of the game has been the absolute shooting barrage from Santa Clara. Guys, 92%, 11 for 12 from three is ridiculous. As much as I want to give slack to Washington State, Santa Clara came to play today. They did not, they came into Pullman, quite honestly standing on business, as they say. So, Washington State, down by 25 here. This game is not over, but it almost feels like the energy is taken out this building as soon as the game started, honestly. It's Nate Calmes. Washington State is a little bit over 7 minutes here, so they can finish off the half strong. It's Calmes in and out. Andy Okafor, nice board. Gets the offensive rebound. Swings it back out to Lawan Watts. And Lawan Watts thinks about it. Does not pull. Garrett's. Isaiah Watts, nice take. Good. Hands-on ball there by, I believe it was Napper who got the steal there. As Mahi or Stewart attempted the three there, but it was no good. Mahi pumps, beautiful pump, gets the whole defense jumping. Ball movement is pretty crisp here for Santa Clara. As Mahi fakes, Mahi goes, Mahi passes, and the Okafor another rejection. As I believe that is his second or third of the game here. And Okafor is really the only one who's given a little bit of a added boost on defense here. Isaiah Watts fouls on the Isaiah Watts gets called for the travel there. A little bit shuffle feet. Washington State turns over the ball here. It is there's 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. 44-19 Santa Clara. It seems to be one person who's tuning in and leaving the live stream here. Not quite sure who that is, but no worries. There's Napper, Mahi. Wow, Mahi with a wonderful, beautiful, honestly unbelievable dish as he went over his head, and he kicked it off to the big fella, and the big fella kneeled at the rest. As this has been a turnover barrage for Washington State, as foul is called there, as Neal is going to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is missed there. As that was Cameron Tung with the first missed free throw. Tung knocks down both free throws. It is now 47-19 Santa Clara, excuse me. Price. Thrasserson. Price. Nice move. Good take, just couldn't finish there as Mahi slow with it. Dribbling out the clock a little bit. Mahi left wide open on an island. Mahi. Again, just being an absolute Washington State Cougar killer out here is Mahi again strikes as Mahi he has 5 early points here. Tyrese Bryan has 12. There are actually 3 Santa Clara three guys in double figures. As Nate Calmes counters, makes this a 28-point game, 50-22. Mahi. The Tung falls down on the floor, and Tung turns over the ball there as Washington State. I know I haven't said it much, but they're with a rather good defensive possession. As the shooting, the stories of the game here so far has been Santa Clara just shooting a lightning 92% from, or excuse me, 90% from three, which is absurd. At the college basketball level, to shoot 90% from three, I mean, Jesus, not skip shooting practice. Nate Calmes gets a little bit creative as he finds a hole to the basket and gets the layup there. As looks like Napper recently just checked in here. Nate Calmes, good hands, gets the steal. 2-on-1. Washington State's got numbers. Nate Calmes throws it up to Thomas Rasmussen. Finishes it. It is 50-24 here with a little bit over 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Good defensive possession. Nate Calmes still cares about this game. He is not letting Washington State to go down. He's not letting them get embarrassed here on their home floor without a fight, at least. Guys, there's 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. It is now 50-26. Oh, excuse me. They are reversing their call here, as we thought it was a Washington State turnover or a Santa Clara turnover that led to Washington State possession, but it is staying on the Santa Clara ball here, or Santa Clara side. Mahi has just been on one today, as Mahi steps back, sinks the three, and hushes the slight amount of energy that the Washington State crowd had. Honestly, as Nate Calmes has got a heavy load on his shoulders if he wants to prevail Washington State and fuel a comeback here. And the Okafor, Rasmussen, Calmes wide open look for three. It is off. The Okafor goes for it. Mahi gets the rebound. Mahi has just been the Cougar killer here, man. It's just press honestly is hairless take there by Tyrese Bryant. I'm sure Brian wishes he had that one back. As Brian turns over the ball, Washington State finds himself down 53-26 here. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first period. I'm your host and your color and play-by-play host Dylan KIVIAT, and I'll be right back with you.
Well, fans now, direct your attention to the court. We have the McDonald's Lucky Road free throw challenge. Our contestant Nick is representing row R, section 32. The opponent Quincy representing row I from section 33. Whoever makes the most free throws in 30 seconds will win McDonald's Arch cards for the whole row. On your mark. Get set, go! Four, three, 2, 1. Next third winner, congratulations. You've got McDonald's Arch Guard for your entire row. Download the McDonald's app. Keep scoring all season long with exclusive deals. Earn free food with every purchase.
Welcome back to KIVIAT Radio. Washington State finds himself down early here, 53-26. A little bit over 3 minutes in, 35 seconds left. As it looks like some fans are already leaving early here. They've seen enough. As Parker Garrett's back in the game here for Washington State. So it looks like there was a media timeout there. It wasn't even really the player or the coaches. Garrett, Beavers. Price backs him down. Price, tough take as he hooks it off the glass there. Nice little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar impersonation there is. Mahi steps back. Mahi finally missed his shot. Surprisingly, Mahi is capable of missing, guys. Mahi has been on one lately, is just absolutely killing the Cougs so far here today. So far for your Santa Clara Broncos. Leading the charge, Johnny O'Neal, as we mentioned, shooting 40% from three, doing his thing over here as he is. Johnny O'Neal is 4 for 4 from three, of course. And then, as we mentioned, he's shooting 40%. As Dane Erikstrup hits the three. This leads 22 now. Good ball movement by Santa Clara. As the good ball movement leads to a clean basket. As three is hit there by Tilly or Stewart. Excuse me. As Erikstrup just pulls up for himself. And I quite honestly, I think that has been the problem here today. Washington State, if you compare the two offenses, you compare the two ways the two teams have played, I think there's a major difference in ball movement. The Washington State ball movement has not been there. Meanwhile, and again, Santa Clara, I don't know if they just were shooting from 5 a.m. to, from 5 a.m. to whatever, 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. today, but there's clearly seems like a level of readiness in being prepared, because it doesn't seem like Washington State is quite on that same level as being prepared as Santa Clara here, as they find themselves down 25, a little bit over 2 minutes here in this first half. Is Washington State looking to just put this first half behind them, honestly. Is Nate Calmes. There's a foul called off the ball there. As, foul is called there. You're starting five on the floor for Washington State. Number 3, Ethan Price. They have Tomas Rasmussen, Nate Calmes, River Favors, and they have Dane Erikstrup right there. Ethan Price. Tough shot. Tough look. No good. O'Neal. As we mentioned, O'Neal can shoot the lights out of the ball. As O'Neal has it. Dangerous area over here. He's just at his favorite spot, that right wing. The ball movement's pretty crisp here. It's been crisp all game. Good hands, good. Heads up defense here by Washington State. They forced a turnover. Calmes. Favors. Calmes. Price. Around the horn here. Erikstrup. Price with a brick off the backboard. Jump ball. Guys, this has been the level of, it feels like, obviously Washington State with the move to the West Coast Conference, obviously there was an elevated standard here, and obviously where they are in a lot better basketball conference. There's no doubt, playing a lot better competition, and that leads me to question: was the move to the West Coast Conference, obviously with the uncertainty with the Pac-12, was it the move for the Washington State? As clearly there is a higher level of competitiveness and higher level of play here. As Santa Clara is a good team, as they're showing it here. As just to compare stats, Washington State shooting 44% versus a 65%, shooting absolute barrage by Santa Clara. They're shooting 82% from three, which is absurd. Getting dominated on the glass, 17-9. Points off turnover, 14-9. It's just been a one-sided performance here so far. As It is now 60. It is now 59 to 31 here. That three was hit there by Johnny O'Neal. As Calme's open look, no good. Nice rebound there by Extra puts it in.